All right, so this is now the main hallway of the school. So again, so there's the business office. Here's the main office where the assistant principal and the principal is. Superintendent's office is a little bit further down. But this is now the main hallway. So going to a basketball game, going to swim meet, going to gymnastics, going anywhere, this is the main hallway. And it's also the science hallway. So this is the hallway I lived in for all those years. Here's some gymnasts. How are you? And and I don't know if you remember, so this wing didn't exist. So the science and math wing didn't exist until like 1960, I think it was. I think it's on this plaque right here. 61. So this didn't exist. This didn't exist. And so then they built this 2-floor wing. This was science, math was above. And so math didn't get really changed much during the renovation. They added a couple rooms that were added over the science rooms. So the science side got 6 extra rooms in science. And so then now there's math rooms above those 6 extra rooms. So math really didn't get changed very much except for that additional space. But science got changed drastically. So this would have been the door that you went out to the locker, not to the locker room, to the parking lot.
Yep.
So now the staircase was in a different position. It was on the other side actually.
Okay.
So they actually ripped it all down and redid it. But this was 187. So this was the old biology lecture hall. They used to do study hall in here sometimes. And basically what they did for every science room, they made basically a classroom section and then a 24-section lab section. So this used to be that big tiered, it was 5 college level, it was called a lecture hall for that reason. And it was huge. We used to all have our faculty meetings were all in that.
Yep.
Our union meetings were all in that room. But this was the design. The only difference between chemistry rooms and bio rooms and physics rooms is the physics rooms don't have this table.
Yep.
So the bio rooms and the chem rooms have a demo table. The physics rooms just have a movable table.
Where's the Bunsen burners?
Well, they're all locked in the cabinets. They're all there. All the gas jets are there. So this is one of my old friends, Mr. Herbeck, who's a chem teacher and a coach here. And so this is a chem. He teaches honors chemistry and regular chemistry. So this is, and then the other big change.
And he's got the right baseball team up there.
Absolutely, south side. And then the other cool thing was, we had really crazy storage that were like little side rooms in the rooms in the classrooms. So now we have 3 designated storerooms. So we have a chem storeroom, we have an earth science, physics storeroom, and then we have a bio storeroom. And so now it's nice. You didn't have to store stuff in little closets in your room, and then you're looking for it, and it's in your room. So that made life a lot easier, having a designated storeroom, All right, so this north side, my left, that was the science classes you knew. Again, they were much smaller now and broken apart. This was nothing. This was courtyards. This was the Crescent Lounge. So the Crescent Lounge was where the foods classes would have like little luncheons and stuff. There was washing machines there too, so they would do their own linen laundry and stuff. And then there was one other little foods room do you remember Ms. Brumman?
No.
So she was a applied arts teacher, and so she taught in that little tiny room, and then the foods room was around the corner where Miss Morley taught. So, and now those rooms are mostly used for the special ed department. Here's one of those storerooms. That's the physics storeroom. So these are chemistry and physics, and then all the biology's on the east end of the school. So this room right here started off. This was it was child development was in this classroom,
Sure.
And I think consumer econ was in this room. So this is now the science department office. It was a science room for a little bit, and then they gutted it and made that an office. And then these was the rest of the of the biology area. So these are all just biology classrooms. And like I said, the only difference between the physics and chem and bio is the physics guys don't have the demo table. So they just have a floating table, whereas the bio and the physics guys, we have gas and water. So.
Sure.
So my old classroom is the last one on the end here. And then if you remember biology with Mr. Kochfaser and Mr. Lahotsky, Mr. Cook, that was that huge lab that was right here. That's now the dance studio, so I'll show you that. But just really, so if you want, so this was my old classroom after the renovation. And still some of my stuff's up, which is kind of cute. You know, I left it for the new teacher. So this was my old classroom. She's definitely hung a lot more stuff on the ceiling, which I like. I actually like it. Kai was in this room. Yeah. They always use my room on the tours because it was always just so much stuff on it. Yeah, there was a lot of 35 years worth of stuff that I had to pack up and get rid of and give away. I gave away a lot of stuff because my wife's like, where are you going to put this in the house?
Exactly,
and there's no place to put it in the house. So yeah, a lot of great memories in here. So the two class turtles. So yeah, Miss Sterling now teaches the zoology, so it's in good hands. It's in good hands.